As community notes will point out, oh look, they took the community, there's a fight over the community.
Beta soy. You're force feminized beta soy cuck. So he's a lefty, so he drinks the soy because he soyed himself, soyed all over himself.
And then show the camera.
There ain't no way. Wait, no, you can't do that. That's illegal.
You like Rolex?
That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that.
The golf guys and all the other guys.
That's illegal. Flag on the play. That literally is not legal. You cannot give gifts to a president who's running for president that is over.
While there are limits on the amount of value a person can contribute towards a presidential election, a contribution is only counted if the value given to the influence of a federal election. Personal gifts do not meet that criteria, but gifts to a campaign would.
Yesterday.
Let me see. I just want to read somewhere else before. Well, don't worry. We'll give him his due. From Rolling Stone, Trump got a free Cybertruck from streamer Adin Ross. It's so hideous, by the way. It was so hideous that not even Donald Trump looked that excited. He was kind of like, More than 500,000 concurrent viewers tuned in to see Adin Ross Kick Channel on Monday afternoon to watch an interview with Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago residence in Palm Beach, Florida. In addition to hearing GOP presidential nominees rant about his favorite topics, blah, blah, blah. There it is, if you didn't see it. Also, you gotta love the power stance that Trump is taking for this photo. What is going on here? How is this real life? Oh my word. Yeah, I don't know why he was not as impressed as you would think at the fact that it's like, yeah, it's the Cybertruck. This might actually have a little bit to do with something that Robert Evans posted that not a lot of people put into consideration. I'm not someone who has ever been shot with a gun. I have heard gunfire before, but I've never been actually shot by a gun or been cut by a gun or been near someone who was shot by a gun. I've been in a nightclub when a pepper spray or a bear bomb went off and then everyone started falling to the ground, choking and coughing. That was kind of like, ooh, kind of war zone-y, but that's as close to someone who's lived as comfortably and as softly as me has kind of enjoyed life, you know, that kind of stuff. Or tear gas from rallies that I definitely were protesting in kind of things. But like at the end of the day, apparently, according to Robert Evans, because he has been in the field, he has been near people who have been either shot or impacted or stabbed or stuff like that. It is incredibly traumatic, and he's like, I don't think a lot of people are putting it into consideration simply because he stopped, he did the fist and the way he was talking, that he's completely unaffected by this event. He's like, no matter how you put it, this is still a near-death experience. There's every part of your mind racing, you know, furiously with a high level endorphins, talking about how you almost died. A bullet almost went into your brain. It came so fantastically close that if you hadn't turned your face at the precise second, it actually came so close that it actually skinned you. And while every other, like, you know, right-wing MAGA person is just like, it's because he's the prophet, and they're all losing their minds over it, in Donald Trump's head, that's still jarring. I'm not saying this because I'm like, I now empathize with this monster. No, more like some people don't realize that this is also going to have an effect on his own mental health, his own, like, which again, he has clearly been showing a lot of signs of extreme cognitive decline happening rapidly. And yeah, moments like this, bizarre as they are, it kind of, you know, might explain some of it as a candidate and because he is running for office and are therefore considered contributions to his campaign. An interpretation supported by the Trump imagery on the truck. It isn't part of a pattern of gifts exchanged between him and Trump that preceded his candidacy, Fisher points out. Contributions are subject to Federal Election Commission rules. Fisher explains, in this case, the $3,300 per election limit for individuals. What's more, the definition of contribution encompasses any gift. Giving gifts valued at tens of thousands of dollars to a candidate amounts to an illegal and excessive campaign contribution, Fisher says. I suspect that once Trump talks to his lawyers, we'll get an announcement that he's turning down the gifts or donating them to charity. The Trump camp's national press secretary, Caroline Levitt, tells Rolling Stone that the campaign will submit an advisory opinion to the FEC to seek guidance on how to handle the gifts. The evidence suggests that Ross made or sought to make an illegal contribution so he could face civil penalties, Fisher said. But it wouldn't surprise me if Trump were to reject the gift and Ross were to plead ignorance of the law, in which case I suspect that the FEC wouldn't spend too much time on the matter. Still, Trump at least got to sample the sound system in the Cybertruck as he and Ross gushed about the Tesla CEO Elon Musk, blah, 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 after the stream ended. This Hasan tweeted something. He got community noted, which is worthless now. It's like fucking, if you want to know how bad the community note system is on Twitter, just look at the fact that apparently Andy No, yeah, the guy who the Atomwaffen uses to create kill lists for, the guy who lies about every single Antifa super soldier throwing silicon rods at his head and stuff like that. Apparently he's one of the people who's part of the community notes team, or at least he puts that in his Twitter description now, that whole thing. But yeah, I don't know if this is a slam dunk. We'll see.
Donald Trump did a live stream with streamer Adin Ross, and regardless of whether or not you like Adin Ross or consume his content, it's difficult to deny that the over 600,000 live concurrent viewers was something that any streamer could only dream of for the most part. And the leftoid streamers of Twitch, like Hasan Piker.
So I wasn't streaming that day, but like, was it funny? Is it worth watching? I would have watched it. I think it's like, hey, this is, but I wouldn't have been watching it melting down. I'm not scared by Donald Trump appearing in other gross corners of the internet because they already support him. It's like, oh yes, he's really secured the youth who cannot vote yet because they're not old enough, the cryptocurrency bros, the gambler bros, and all the groypers and racists. Yeah, all the categories which were definitely going Democrat before. You know, like now it's like, oh well, yeah, no, it's over. It's over. He got Adin Ross. You know, that audience is 100% going to be voting for Donald Trump now.
And many more are having absolute meltdowns, and it just reeks of jealousy.
Oh, okay.
Hasan Piker even tried to dry snitch and get Adin Ross arrested for giving Donald Trump a totally legal gift, a gift that any moron knows he could give him. Donald Trump, a private citizen. These people are pathetic losers.
He's a private citizen who's running for the presidency. Like, do you even understand why any of these rules are in place? Do you understand that if someone's kind of trying to come to power, suddenly if a single individual is capable of giving them more than $3,300 just as a gift, you might be able to influence and improperly influence elections? Don't worry, America. You're covered. You got super PACs. You just go and then form a super PAC and then fill that super PAC up with cash and then let them use that cash however they see fit for the purpose of politics. I'm not saying that money does not equal speech and that you shouldn't have the freedom to be able to donate. Like, this is just the American sentiment, not my own. But like, there's still rules in place. You know, there's still rules and regulations that are set up.
Losers, they know that they are losing relevance. Guys like Hassan Abi, you know, I wish him all the best. I know that him and his boyfriend or whatever are going through some tough times, I guess. But, you know, hopefully that works.
I don't get that reference. Who's he talking about? Is he talking about Will? Is that it?
Out for him. But their cope and seethe has been legendary. First, let's talk about the dry snitching. Okay. First, let's talk about the dry snitching, or the.
Why do you keep calling it that? I just wanted to let that one go. I was like, I just want to get past this. Oh my god.
You know, this is here is Hasan. Here is Hasan having a complete meltdown, trying to say, "Oh my god, this is illegal. You can't give a gift to President Trump."
Is it Austin? I don't think so. I think he's just referring to maybe just like, you know, which are cute as fuck. Just dudes having super platonic, but very like homosexually displayed relationships. Like most guys who are pretty comfortable with who they are and don't think that the mere touch of another man makes them, like, you know, instantly a 6 on the Kinsey scale. It's like, holy fuck, no, I can't hug you, bro. Not even if I said no homo. I can't do that. If I touch you, I'm gay. You know how that is, right? Well, it's just that when I touch men, my penis gets hard. During a live stream from Mar-a-Lago, streamer Adin Ross gave Donald Trump a Rolex, a Tesla Cybertruck wrapped in the photograph of the former president taking moments after the gunman shot him in the rally. Ross repeatedly stated that he was giving them to the former president as gifts. While it's unclear if Trump actually accepted the offering, it could exceed the maximum $3,300 limit on presidential campaign contributions under federal campaign finance law. During the 90-minute stream, blah, blah, gave him a Rolex. He said they were both gifts. And the stream, he walked aside, showed a Cybertruck wrapped in images of the American flag. Blah, blah, blah. He then suggested he believes Google manipulated images from the shooting to put smiles on the Secret Service agents' faces. Wait, what? Wow, that's an Elon, Trump said, referring to the Tesla Cybertruck. He doesn't even know what it's called? He just called it an Elon? He doesn't know this? Oh, that's funny. That is beautiful. I think it's incredible, said the president. He then suggested that he believes Google manipulated the images from the shooting to put smiles on the faces of the Secret Service agents. You heard about that? It's just terrible. A little bit scary, he said. They sat inside the car and scrolled through a playlist, eventually landing on California Dreaming by the Mamas and the Papas, before moving to the Beach Boys, God Only Knows, Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love, and Michael Jackson's Beat It. An individual donor can contribute up to $3,300. By the way, all the copyright owners of these songs, you should feast. Running for the federal election, according to the Federal Election Commission. My boy said that it's a big show, Trump said during the stream as he held up an open Rolex box and held it towards the camera. I don't know what you're doing, but you are respected. I don't know what you're doing, but you're really respected. Did no one explain to him what streamers are beforehand? All right, Mr. Trump, essentially these are individuals who have, let's just say, what would he understand here? Radio shows. Yes, like the radio shows, the old-timey radio programs. Yeah, so like those, they're a little more interactive. They can actually interact with their audience. You know what? Oof, we're getting into the weeds here. We'll just stick to, he's an internet man. You can just say, proud of internet. You did good internet, Adin. Truck. And what are Cybertrucks priced at, right? Well over, I mean, even if you're like, oh, well, the Blue Book value is not like, $80,000. Fine. It's still going to be like $20,000 or something like that. It's well beyond $3,300. There's just no way in which both a Rolex and a Trump car qualifies a $3,300 acceptable gift to a presidential candidate to give in a presidential candidate promotional stream. Like he also can't say that this had nothing to do with his campaign. He was campaigning, It's like if you go to Oprah and you're like Barack Obama and you're talking about your upcoming candidacy, she's not allowed to give you the car in that scene, right? You're not allowed to suddenly receive a gift totally more than, and that includes if you've already donated money, which I'll probably assume Aiden has, but even if he hasn't, this well exceeds the amount that he would be allowed to. All that being said, it doesn't become anything sus if Donald Trump just rejected it or told him off camera, hey, by the way, I'm just not going to say anything, but I can't accept this because, I've already kind of gotten in trouble when it comes to campaign financing and all that kind of shit. So we'll leave this alone. Very, very cool. Just, give it to a friend or crush it. Make sure someone else has that Elon. Someone else deserves that Elon. I mean, it's a good looking Elon. I'm sure someone else will enjoy it, but I can't possibly accept that.
Even though people have been doing it for a long time. The Nelk Bros gave him a big gift. Lots of people give all sorts of gifts to all sorts of people. And beautifully this morning, Community Notes, which has a propensity to be left-leaning and compromised, absolutely dunked on him with a community note stating, "This is literally not legal. You can't give gifts to a president." Here's Hasan Abi's absolute massive big brain take on Adin Ross giving.
So did you not do any of your own research, by the way? Are you relying exclusively on the submitted readers added context community notes part of this?
Trump a Rolex.
Show the camera.
There ain't no fucking way. Wait, no, you can't do that. That's illegal.
You like Rolex?
That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that, dumbass.
The golf guys and all the other
That's
guys.
illegal. Flag on the play.
It is not illegal. As Community Notes will point out, oh, look, they took the community. There's a fight over the community note.
These videos are edited. They're edited. How does this happen? This has happened to Tim Pool before too, not with the community notes thing, but just where on camera the tab he has opened is like disproving his own point in real time, or at least running some fucking shade on it. And now it's just like, oh, okay, well apparently people are battling it out. yeah, people having a fight over there. Yeah, maybe someone else posted something else. I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably a lot of people who have been posting links to the fact that numerous people who actually know what they're talking about on the subject were like, you cannot exceed a $3,300 donation or gift to a presidential candidate. This was a presidential event, a promotional event. This would be well beyond what a single individual is able to contribute or give as a gift to a presidential candidate. So at this moment in time, unless Donald Trump has just outright rejected it or just not accepted it, yeah, that's as far as it goes.
Earlier today, and now that they've tried to get rid of it, but no, giving as far as everything I can understand here. While there are limits to the amount of value, here's a community note. While there are limits on the amount of value, why does it why does it disappear like that?
No way. 2 for 2. Oh no, cornering. It's happening. Fuck, you're getting fact checked in real time. Why does that happen? It keeps disappearing. What the hell? I was trying to pull it up too. You're moving too quickly, my dude, because I'm guessing that source. Because here's how community notes, if you didn't know, you can submit a community note on anyone's tweet, and then that note can get voted and upvoted and downvoted. Great idea in theory, right? It's once the entire site basically got taken over by the Nazis. At that point, they started manipulating it. And don't get me wrong, lefties have manipulated it as well. It's one of the big reasons why a lot of people think that's what led to Juniper getting kicked off the platform. Was her straight up just being like, everyone, fact check this, patriots, and then having everyone like suddenly remove a community note and be like, yeah, the community note's gone, so technically it's not true anymore. Because it's not like an authority. It's not as if it's like, oh, this is a matter of fact. It's that this is something that the majority of people who have voted on an additional statement being made have agreed upon to be posted here. That's it. Not that the statement's correct. The headline of Sydney Sweeney, and the headline said something like, Sydney Sweeney's boobs aren't that big. And the community notes just said, yes, they are. And then there wasn't any link to anything else, or maybe there was even just a link to her and a picture of her boobs or anything like that. But that's all there was. And then I was like, yeah, because this is people manipulating community notes. You can have a community note system, but ultimately you have to respect what that system is. And it's also a reflection of what a large selection of your user base wants to promote or add to something. So it can definitely be manipulated for trolling, which is what he's realizing in real time right now, which is that a lot of people may have posted this, and then all of a sudden it gets downvoted because that's not seen as 100%. Or even, it doesn't have to be that this isn't factually accurate. This could just be, his own fans suddenly being like, fuck off, we're not getting, a community note on this post. While there are limits on the amount of value a person can. An individual candidate, $3,300 per election, PAC, $5,000 per year, Party committee, $10,000. Party committee national, $41,000. Additional national party committee accounts, $123,900. So the answer is right here. An individual can give an individual candidate $3,300 worth of gifts or donations. As an American, by the way, please don't do this if you are out of the country. You will most likely be a foreign national.
While there are limits
influencing elections
on the amount of value, why does it lifts? Why does it only count it if it's value given to influence a federal election?
That's so funny.
Personal gifts do not match that criteria, but gifts to a campaign would. So Hasan Big Brain Piker couldn't even open up the FEC website to look at it, and then you could see.
Why didn't you look at it? You got the first step down, you opened it, scroll down to the part. Big old Hasan won't even look. And now we get to the next page here on the Wayback Machine.
Rolling Stone trying to do the same thing. Trump got a free Cybertruck from a streamer. Is that legal? The controversial content creator known for platforming supremacists in the last year may have violated an FEC rule on campaign contributions during.
I know you're saying the words out loud, but like, are you understanding it in English, what it's saying right here? You're using a headline in the Rolling Stone to be like, well, apparently they're saying it may have violated FEC rules. Yeah, that's bad. That's what Hasan was saying in that clip. That's exactly what he's referencing. You can't do that. You can't just walk up to a presidential candidate at an event, a presidential promotional event, and then be like, here's a $100,000 vehicle that I custom painted you on. Here you go. You cannot do that. He can refuse it. That's something that I'm guessing most likely happened. A lawyer behind the scenes was like, don't accept that. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's hideous too. Like, come on. See, honestly, I don't understand that, you know? Yeah, I guess I am now a separatist. You have convinced me to be a separatist. I no longer consider Quebec to be part of Canada. You were doing this as an independent Québécois. That's what was taking place here. This was not yet another Canadian right-wing pundit doing Canadian right-wing pundit shit. Why does all the pundit class of America is all Canadians? And now they got XQC. God damn it.
Got the Cybertruck. Love the Cybertruck. Contributions are subject to Federal Election Commission rules, Fisher explains. In this case, the $3,300 per election limit for individuals. What's more, the definition of contribution encompasses, quote, any gifts. Wrong. Giving gifts.
What do you mean wrong? This is on the page that you closed right away. We just looked at it. Wrong. It's on the FEC regulations website.
Valued at tens of thousands of dollars to a candidate amounts to an illegal and excessive campaign contribution. No, it doesn't.
Based on... I want your job. It looks so easy. I want your job on like a hungover Monday. You know, that's what I just want to be a right-wing reactionary for one day and one day alone. Just on the hungover days where you're just like, you don't want to be bothered and you slip up and you're just like, and then chat's like, I don't think that's true, Lance. I think technically if you convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, like, fuck off. Wrong. You're all wrong. I can say what I want for the next 4 hours. It's awesome. Yeah, did you know Obama eats babies? Facts. Like, you just do whatever you want. It doesn't fucking matter. It seems so easy.
Their feed, he's absolutely melting down about this. By the way, I like how Hasan's like, tweet? What in the world's going on with politics? Whoa. By the way, Hasan should worry about actual...
What the fuck are you talking about? He made one tweet about this shit. What are you doing? You're getting weird, Quartering. You're getting real strange with it. One in which the community note seems to be changing in real time. I don't know where it keeps going. It's gone. Well, either way, he did say something about this. So I'm going to show you a Rolling Stone article. Wrong. I saw community notes. That's wrong.
Peds allegedly getting caught wearing his merch.
Not getting arrested doesn't mean you didn't commit a crime. Our entire financial sector depends on that. Also true.
That's what I'd be worried about if those people were in my audience, but that's neither here nor there. You have Hasan Piker cries over the passing of Hamas leader.
Oh man, a wild Drew Pavlou arrived. If you don't know Drew Pavlou, one of the kind of like, I would say center-right libs, of which always targeting Hasan. Like, he has such an unhealthy relationship with Hasan. Pick a new enemy. For the love of God, you know, him, the Quartering, a lot of people, it's just always Hasan. I get it. He's like, you know, the most successful lefty streamer, big audiences, lots of money, fast cars, you know, beautiful women, just lives the dream, mansions, all that kind of shit. But Drew's actually got some funny events on the internets recently. He's one of those people too who pushes for very pro-Israel, anti-student protesters. He got basically someone put on a banner. Someone was like, hey, can you, if anyone out there can translate this, can you make a banner that says, I love chalky milk, or I love chocolate milk, me lovey milky, but can you put it in like Arabic, so that I can put it on to like a banner and then put it at like a protest, so that someone will get confused and think that it's like, you know, a pro-Palestinian protest had like an Islamic Jihad symbol there, or was associated with ISIS or something like that, and he's the person who got fooled. Like, all of a sudden he started posting pictures of it, and he's like, pro-Palestinian protesters caught with flags dedicating themselves to Hezbollah. These are Hezbollah flags. And then immediately the replies started filling up with people being like, oh, no, that says I love chalky milk, me love milky. Oh shit. Oh no, you got caught. And I was like, oh, beautiful. See, that's like a combination of really good comedy and activism together, like happening at once, like a harmony of the two. Beautiful thing.
Then calls on Kamala Harris, who strongly condemned their loss. I mean, this is who Hamas Hasan Piker is. He's a loser, dumb, brainlet, himbo.
himbo's not an insult, just by the way. What, you're a beautiful bimbo. Oh, we should all be so lucky. That sounds lovely. Yeah, you're really gorgeous, all right? You're gorgeous, but you're dumb. Yeah, everyone wants to have sex with you. Men, women, non-binary people, everyone wants to have sex with you. Like everybody. Okay, got him. But yeah, keep going. Show your own tweets as an authority, by the way. This is cool.
This is literally not legal. I like how these morons say the word literally in front of things and just hope that people, just expect or treat them as the truth. By the way, Hasan Piker, again, who has been melting down on Twitter for the last day over this, was eager to do a live stream.
Okay, people do melt down, all right? Right now, J.K. Rowling, yes, she of the black mold, the Duchess of the Plague, the breaker of the washing habits, master of filth, keeper of the microbacteria, that filthy, horrible woman, she, when she's not having her mind poisoned by black mold, has been posting a lot right now. And I was like, well, obviously right now there's some very, very scary things that are happening in her backyard. There are white supremacist, racist pogroms taking place in which they are trying to kill and burn women to death. They are trying to light hotels on fire. They're trying to kill women, burn them alive. That must be a very, very scary thing, especially if it's happening right inside your own borders. And as someone who, is professing to consistently be a feminist, obviously she's going to be taking time out of her day to talk about it. And so I went to her timeline, and this is literally it. All of it is about the Olympics. Every tweet and retweet and post-tweet. Commentators pretending critics of the OC's reliance on documents rather than sex testing thinks Khalif is a trans. Straw manning, I don't care if Khalif is trans. My objection, and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the whole timeline. But not to women, they meant. On Olympic boxing again. Two separate considerations. XY, DSD chromosomes. Male, man with vagina. Mangina. The mangina all-powerful. XX enough. Maya Forstater. Oh, look at the... But just... So this is obsessing. This, you could say, without, without reserve, without any fear of reprisal or a lawsuit, she is melting down and obsessing over a singular topic and will not shut the fuck up about it. Here's an example of that, right? Just post after post after post after post with an XY karyotype and high testosterone, for which the presence of testes can be strongly, and I mean strongly, inferred. These athletes have so far the male typical biology that is relevant to the sport. Yeah, she's obsessed. This is profound sickness. Again, you can't be like, oh yes, I'm a feminist and I care deeply about women's issues. I'm just going to spend all day while there are women literally being targeted in my backyard, where there are white supremacists trying to burn women alive in hotels. While that's taking place, I'm going to use my platform to bring attention to my current feelings on a boxer's presence of testicles. That's what the moment calls for it. The world needs to know, all right? What if she had testicles? I'll agree with you. Maybe she doesn't have a penis. All right, fine. We'll let the penis go this one time. But what if she has balls? And what if those balls were feeding her, just like flowing testosterone through her body, giving her extra man powers to be good at things? What if she's only good at things because she had man juice, What if that's what the fuck, JK? And so this is a fair example of that.
Secret bonus episodes as well as uncensored content, go to patreon.com/The Serfs. This show is produced by Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Puppy, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demel, Travis McClinton, Trincell, Words Greenwood, with additional support coming from all of these amazing human beings right here.